Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the rest of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter functions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let wait. Okay, let's just start with the lesson constant rate of change. This graph shows how the total number of Simone has in his collection is related to the number of money he spends on additional stuffed toys. What is the rate of change? So rate of change means we need to calculate the slope of the graph. So for the slope, you can select any 2 points on the graph and you have to use the formula that is slope is equal to change in y divided by change in x. So here are the 2 points. So the coordinates of the first point is 20 30, and for the second one it is 60 40. So we need to calculate the change in y divided by change in x, so that is 1 by 4. So that means the slope is 0.25. Let's just start with the test questions. This graph shows how the total cost of visiting the science museum as a member is related to the number of visits. So we need to calculate the rate of change. We need to calculate the slope. Here is the first one and here is second one. X is 0, Y is 40. And the second one is 20 and 80. Let's just calculate the slope, that is change in Y. So 80 minus 40 and 20 minus 0. So 40 divided by 20. 40 divided by 20 is 2. So that means the rate of change is 2. We need to calculate the slope. Rate of change means you need to calculate the slope. The slope of the graph is 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. This graph shows how the total number of flowers Tracy can have in garden is related to the number of seed packets she purchases. What is the rate of change? So we need to means we need to calculate the slope of the graph. So just select any 2 points. Here is the first one and here is the second one. X is 0, y is 1, x is 1, y is 5. So the slope is 5 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 0. That is 4 over 1. So the correct option is 4. That means the slope of this graph is 4. The correct option is 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. This graph shows how the distance Sam runs depends on the number of track practices he attends. What is the rate of change? So we need to calculate the rate of change. That means we need to calculate the slope. So x is 0, y is 10, 10 and 30. So the slope is 30 minus 10, 10, 10 minus 0. 30 minus 10 is 20, 20 divided by 10 is 2. So the slope of the graph is 2. The slope of the graph is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. This graph shows how the total number of novels Spencer has in his collection is related to the amount of money he spends on additional novels. What is the rate of change? So here is the first point and here is the second point on the graph. X is 0, y is 4. X is 4, y is 5. So the slope is change in y, that is 5 minus 4, and change in x, so that is 4, 1 over 4, that equals 0.25. The correct option is 0.25. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is evaluate a linear function. Use the function u equals a plus 9 to find the value of u when a equals 10. So basically we are given the function that is u equals a plus 10, a plus 9, sorry. You are given the value of a, you need to replace the function with the value, and then you have to calculate the value of the variable u. A equals 10, 10 plus 9 equals 19, so u equals 19. Let's just start with the test questions. Use the function a equals s plus 10 to find the value of a when s equals 6. A equals s plus 10, s equals 6. So replace the variable s with a value that is 6. 6 plus 10 equals, so A equals, very good, 16. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Use the function m equals n plus 2 to find the value of m when n equals 4. So we need to replace the variable n with the value that is 4. So 4 plus 2 equals, that is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 6. Use the function w equals z plus 7 to find the value of w when z equals 9. So replace the variable z with a value. So 9 plus 7 equals, 16. It is option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is 16. Use the function h equals d plus 6 to find the value of h when d equals 7. Replace the variable d with a value that is 7 plus 6. Thirteen, it is option number 2 is the correct option, that is 13. Use the function m equals y plus 4 to find the value of m when y equals 8. So replace the variable y with 8. So that is 8 plus 4 equals 12. So the correct option is 12. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is complete a complete a table for a linear function. Each shuttle bus has 10 passenger seats. Let B represent the number of shuttle buses and S represent the total number of passenger seats. Complete the table using the function S equals 10B. So S equals 10 plus B. We need to find the value of S when B equals 1. So S is equal to 10 times 1. 10 times 1 is 10. Then replace the B with 2. So 10 times 2, that is 20. So the missing values are 10 and 20. Let's just start with the test questions. The sea turtle the sea turtle at a zoo is 7 years older than the stingray is. Let S represents the stingray's age and T represents the turtle's age. Complete the table using function T equals S plus 7. So we need to calculate the value when S equals 1. So replace S with the 1. So 7 plus 1 is 8. So the correct option is 8. When S equals 1, T equals 8. So option number 2 is the correct option. An electronics store has 10 permanent employees who work all year. The store also hires some temporary employees to work during the busy holiday shopping season. Let A represents the number of temporary employees and B represents the total number of employees during the holiday shopping season. So complete the table using the function b equals a plus 10. So we need to find when a equals 4. That is 4 plus 10. That equals 14. Option number. So when a equals 14, a equals 4, b option is option number 1. Complete the table using the function b equals 4p. So 4p, we need to find the value of b when p equals 4. So replace the variable p with 4. So 4 times 4 is the correct option is b equals 16. So that means when p equals 4, b equals 16. The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the table using the function s equals 8b. So s equals 8b, b equals 2. S equals 8 times 2. So 8 times 2 is that is 8 times 2 is 16. So S when B equals 2, S equals 16. Option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the table using the function k equals 5d. So we need to find the value of k when d equals 1 and 4. 5 times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. So when d equals 1, k equals 5. So 5 times 30. So the missing values are 5 and 20. So that is 5 and 20. Option number 1 is the correct option. The missing values are 5 and 20. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is the next lesson is complete a table and graph a linear function. Complete the table and graph the function. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Complete the table and then graph the function, but the table is already completed. We just have to match the function. Wait, let me see if I can match the values. Okay, just look at the first one. X is 0, Y is 0. Here is the origin, right? X is 0, Y is 0. What's wrong with the questions? I have to explain the graph. What can I do now? Wait. Table and then graph the function. 3, Y is 4. Just look at this graph. X is 3, Y is, this is not the correct option. I'm going to make the table here in and then we'll see the second graph. X, f of x. That is 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Wait, look at the second one because the first one is not the correct option. Now let's just match the points. X, Y is 4, X is 4, Y is 5, X is 5, Y is 6, X is 7, Y is 8. So option number 2 is the correct option because all the points match with this graph. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the table and then graph the function. So x is 0, y is 5. Let's just match with the first one. X is 0. No, the first one is not the correct option. X is 5. Second option is the correct option. Okay. Complete the table and then graph the function 0, 0, 2, 6, 3, 9. 0, 0 means the graph must be starting from the origin. So this first graph is not the correct option for sure. That would be the second one. Complete the table and then graph the function 0, 3, x is 0, y is 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Complete the table and then graph the function is 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. 0, 0, 1, 4, 2, 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Complete the table and then graph the function. X is 1, Y is 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. Chapter we were working on is functions. The lessons we have covered today are they are constant rate of change, evaluate a linear function, complete a table for a linear function, complete a table and graph a linear function. So please make session you can complete all the practice questions for the listed. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So any questions you can please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session.